Today we are starting episode 1 in a new mini-series. I'm going to be basically building a portable garage, or a temporary garage if you will. I've picked up a Harbor Freight 10x17 carport that I plan to modify and hopefully just turn into the ultimate space to work on the cars. I recently just moved out to my girlfriend's house and there's just nowhere for me to actually work or store the cars, so I went ahead and picked this up just to alleviate that situation and again create this cool mini series on building this space, and hopefully you guys can get something out of it, or you guys are in a situation where you live in an apartment or somewhere where you don't have access to a garage. Maybe you have space somewhere for a carport like this and you can hopefully create a cool space to work on your car. So hopefully this helps, guys. I'm actually trying to beat the rain today. It's supposed to start any minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and break this thing open and I guess just cue the time lapse. I basically just finished setting up the ridge line. This is the very top of the carport. I guess that's like step number 1. Next, I think I need to put on some of the side pieces for the roof. And obviously there's just a whole bunch left to get to. So yesterday it just started absolutely downpouring and like having crazy gusts of wind, so I had to stop filming, but I was able to, I don't even know, it was a miracle. I was able to actually get the tarps on this thing, but I was able to get it set up 90% of the way at least so it could be sturdy overnight and I could get back to work to it today. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop in there, button this thing back up, zip it in because it is still crazy windy and I have to actually tighten down a few 10mm bolts to just kind of secure this thing down a bit more. Welcome guys to the carport. I'm so pumped to finally have this, and now we can just like shut this garage door because it's super windy out. Here's a look inside, pretty standard, not much going on in here, but all these joints down here below I need to tighten. So they go all the way from each corner to each end on each side, and I need to basically tighten up these bolts because I only finger tightened them last night because it got too dark to work and I couldn't see what I was doing. But with this wind ripping, I need to like make sure this thing's totally secure because we're like getting airborne. Well, I would say it's pretty sturdy now. Bolting down these support braces along the bottom side definitely helped make it way more sturdy. I'll see when another big gust of wind comes, but with the door shut and these things bolted down now, it's pretty sturdy. The only thing I haven't anchored yet is these posts here. So the ones in the middle, these two on both sides over there as well. I haven't anchored these down yet, and that's for kind of a good reason. This isn't actually the permanent location of the carport. I'm actually gonna be moving this thing about, say 10 feet to the right, which doesn't make a lot of sense to you guys right now because I'm inside of it. Basically, I'm moving it to the right side of where it is currently, and the reason I put it here is because I wanted to get it built up and get the actual dimensions of it. I know it's a 10 by 17, but sometimes the actual dimensions differ a little bit. With the carport actually built now, I can go ahead and get the actual true dimensions, and what I want to do is build in the actual permanent location kind of a gravel foundation for this thing, so that way instead of there just being a bunch of wet grass on the ground, I'll hopefully have some nice compact gravel. So I'm going to be getting that along with some wood, and the wood is what I'm actually going to be drilling those stakes into, so that way it's a little bit more secure. So that's the plan, guys. This episode, I just wanted to get the thing built, get a car pulled in here, so I'm going to be pulling in the Prelude pretty soon. I just want to make sure this thing's going to be sturdy and hold up and not come crashing down on the young Prelude. One modification I made yesterday and actually turned out to be a tragedy overnight, at least partially. I'll show you yesterday. I can't remember who on YouTube showed me this, but some guy who built one of these gave a good tip to put a zip tie right here, so that way this nylon that is on a ratchet strap that basically holds this entire front door in, you basically use a zip tie here to hold the nylon against the pipe, so that way it's not pulling on this fabric and tearing this, because eventually I think he was saying this whole thing just tears up. So this morning I came over to this side to just tighten down this ratchet, and with one crank, this actually is right here, this zip tie just came flying off. So I'm gonna need actually just more durable zip ties. These things are tiny, but it's all I had at the time, because like I said, I just moved in. So I'm gonna put a new zip tie right here below this crease to basically pull this thing back over here, so that way it's not pulling so much tension on this fabric. It looks like that one held up great, but that one also took an L, so I'm gonna have to fix that one as well. I almost forgot there was one other modification that I did to this structure to just get it assembled a bit easier and make it a bit more sturdy. And again, I gotta give this credit to a YouTuber out there whose name I don't remember, I'm sorry, but it's a really good idea and honestly very simple. So what I did, I added self-tapping screws to each of these fittings, because believe it or not, this entire structure doesn't have any of those like little push to fit fittings or anything. So these pipes are literally held together just by the tarps putting pressure on them. So essentially when you're building it and whatnot, it's really difficult to get like all this roof and everything and the walls set up without having pieces come falling apart. So using these self-tappers definitely made a big difference. And overall, I think it makes it more sturdy. Like there's self-tappers in all of these little intersections. And if I ever need to disassemble it or move it or anything or take a piece out, I can easily just pull the self-tapper out, move it, and put it back together. And now the Prelude has a nice little home during the winter, during the rain, during all sorts of weather. It's got this nice little spot. And honestly, it fits really nice in here. I don't know, maybe about a foot or two in front. And then it's hard to say because the wind carries the back here, so you can see how bowed it is. But when it's not bowed, I'm pretty much all the way to the back. So I was hoping to have a little more room in here, but to be honest, what I'm thinking about doing instead of using the vertical length for storage space is, obviously I'm the driver, so I'm gonna be getting in on this side more often. So what I'll do is back the car in and hug this side. So that way I'll have all sorts of room along this side to store things like tools, tires, whatever I need. I am super excited because, like I said, I have all sorts of mods for this garage, this little carport, if you will. I gotta give credit to Jenna on that one, carport. The Prelude's little carport, I love it. So anyways, we're gonna upgrade it and make it better in this little mini series. So this is, again, just episode 1 in a whole mini series I'm gonna do on upgrading this space, making it better for just working on cars and being able to do things car and video related during the winter months. Just to give you an idea, obviously I'm gonna have a gravel pad, so the gravel pad is actually gonna be like right over here, but for now the carport is here. But eventually what I wanna do is have the gravel floor. I wanna actually get some insulation sheets to put against the walls and the roof, and hopefully everything except for the front door to make it insulated a lot better. Once I do the gravel, I'm gonna have a boxed out frame along the bottom instead of using like these bricks to hold it and stuff. So it'll be a lot sturdier. And then obviously we have lighting coming in. I have a heating solution coming in, and it's just gonna be sick. I'm hoping to just create a lot of really sick content out of this space. So stay tuned for that, guys. I wanted to actually start digging out and mapping out the spot over here for where the carport's actually going to be, but I think I might save that for the next episode. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be basically staking out the area that I need and then digging out and leveling all of the dirt and then laying some nice gravel on top, and then we build the frame like I mentioned out of wood for the carport, and that way it's much more secure in its final location. So guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I'm sorry it was a little chaotic. I had to deal with weather and figuring this thing out for the first time ever, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited for this little mini series of the carport, and stay tuned, guys, because it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I think those of you who are maybe in apartments or in a similar situation where you don't have a garage, but you maybe have space for one of these, could be something to think about, is all I'm saying. Anyways, I'll see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up. Comments down below if you have any ideas for this carport, any upgrades that you want to see. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell notification, so you catch the next mini-series episode. And with that said, I'll see you next time. Keep elevating and peace out, guys.